INOUE versus MJ. INOUE versus MJ. You were in the right place. INOUE versus MJ. Stay tuned, please. INOUE versus MJ. Good morning. Welcome to the NAOYA INOUE versus AKHMADALIEV Undisputed Super Bantamweight Championship live stream, narrated by your boy REED-BBS. Let's have some fun this evening, this morning, whatever it is, wherever you is. I am REED-BBS. And just so you know, again, if you don't know, fight is being broadcast on Facebook. Yes, the platform, social media platform, Facebook, here in the United States. MJ just got gloved up. Like, as soon as I got up, logged on to Facebook, MJ had just put on one of his gloves. I think he's now in the process of putting on the other glove. Fight has not started yet. After gloving up, I'm assuming MJ will have to hit some mitts a little bit, make sure the hand wraps and the gloves are all on point. So he's probably going to do some mitt work. I have not seen INOUE just yet during the telecast to tell you if he's gloved up or gloving up or whatever the case may be. But we have not missed a fight. They have not walked to the ring yet. So if you're here at the right time. I'm going to do some house cleaning. FYI, Yoshiki Takai lost. He lost in the co-main event. So now every bantamweight champion was Japanese. That is no longer the case. Yoshiki Takai lost to a Mexican gentleman, I believe, a Latino brother for sure. But yes, let's have a time. Let's have a good time. Good morning, y'all. So yeah, let me do some house cleaning. I'm gonna step back on the patio since they're taking a bit of a break on Facebook. We're missing nothing. When I say nothing, I mean nothing. But yeah, man, this fight, long anticipated, long awaited fight between my dude, my bruh, my Tomodachi, NAOYA INOUE, and MJ AKHMADALIEV. So we're putting a lot to rest this morning. In the MJ INOUE front, MJ, of course, was the unified super bantamweight champion. He had two of the belts. Cool Boy Steph had the other two belts. When INOUE moved up to challenge Cool Boy Steph, of course, he beat the brakes off of Cool Boy Steph. And then AKHMADALIEV lost to Marlon Topoulos. Marlon Topoulos lost his two belts. So then those two unified, Topoulos and INOUE. And we have what we have now, NAOYA INOUE, super bantamweight champion of the world. Two-time undisputed four-belt champion. Speaking of which, TerenceCrawford unseated Canelo Alvarez last night, in case you were stuck up under a rock or something. TerenceCrawford became the first male three-division undisputed champion in the four-belt era. So shout out to Bud. That's going to it's going to leave a mark in terms of pound for pound. Bud's his victory over Saul Canelo Alvarez. Pretty decisive victory too, I might add. A lot of people said 10-2 Bud. I could see 8-4, 9-3 were splitting hairs, but 10-2, it wasn't quite 10-2. But there was no dispute in the Bud-Canelo fight. I will do a post-fight of Bud-Canelo sometime later on today, being Sunday. By Monday, I'll have a Bud Canelo post-fight video posted. By Monday. But it's Inoue MJ time. Even with Bud and Canelo fighting, this is the fight I was most looking forward to. Inoue MJ. Fight I was most looking forward to. But yeah, man, let's do this. They're still showing highlights from the press conference when MJ showed up with a robe, an Uzbekistan robe. So now they're showing Inoue's dressing room and everyone's praying. Inoue's gloved up, got his ring shit on. He's about to walk to the ring. He's got a white, black, and gray ensemble, white base. The thumbs of his gloves were black. He had on white shoes, black socks. You know, Inoue is always dressed to the nines, so to speak. Dressed to impress, looking the part. But yeah, I'm going to, since we still got a few minutes and they're still showing highlights, I'm going to step to the patio, do my thing, do some house cleaning, and we'll be right back with y'all. Inoue versus MJ. Inoue versus MJ, baby. Jimmy Lennon Jr. is about to start the intros, the ring walk intros. The fighters aren't in the ring yet. They're about to walk to the ring. Coming to the stage in a maroon beret, Mirajan, MJ AKHMADALIEV. MJ is stepping through the ropes. He wore a raspberry beret, the kind you find in a secondhand store. Raspberry beret. And if it was warm, he wouldn't wear much more. Some of you probably don't get that reference at all. MJ's wearing a beret. I was singing Raspberry Beret by Prince. And I'll digress because MJ is in the ring and INOUE is about to walk to the ring. T-Leg. What up, T-Leg? Brother Reed, been a while. It has, my man. Good to see you. Yes, I do lives for certain fights and fighters. INOUE, all INOUE fights since the Topless fight, Marlon Topless, Bam Rodriguez fights, the last few Bams. Bam, whoa, bam, bam. Rodriguez, of course. Boots in this last couple Boots live streams I've done. But yeah, I do lives, man. You know, just doing what I do. It is 6:03 a.m. here in Dallas, Texas. Good to chat with you, T-Leg. Where you been, brother? You still be at Fight Beat or life taking you somewhere else? Surely you post about boxing somewhere. Talk to me. What's going on? What's good? Bud was impressive last night, man. Yes, extremely impressive. So impressive. Like, even though Canelo's old, we might need to reassess a little bit, Canelo. I'm doing a post-fight video on that, Canelo and Bud. It was, I'll say it here in the INOUE live stream. I've catapulted Bud back to #1 pound for pound. I had Usyk #1 pound for pound, and I had INOUE second, and I had Bud third based on inactivity. But now, after last night, I got Bud 1, Usyk 2, and INOUE third. But we'll see what happens today. Basically, INOUE is going to have to move up yet again, move on up, like George and Wheezy, move on up yet again to keep pace with Bud and Usyk. Because all three of them are amazing. All three of them have climbed the mountain of weight. You know, Bud, shit, I believe this was his 5th weight class, beating Canelo. Anyway, featherweight would be his 5th weight class. Usyk, of course, starting at cruiserweight, could only go up 1 weight through no fault of his own. I read fight beat, but don't post. I get you, brother. I get you. Good to see you around, my man. Inoue is ringside. He's not in the ring, but he's ringside, and he's got several gentlemen in his camp carrying his belts. You know, when you're undisputed 4-belt champion in 2 different weight classes, it's a lot of belts. Is Bud greater than Pac, in your opinion? We'll see. Greater and better are 2 different things. Bud is for sure, to me, better. He's a better fighter than Manny Pacquiao, but greater. I mean, Pacquiao climbed, what, 8 weights? Something crazy, 7 weights, 8 weights. So greater, even that's close, but I'm inclined. You first asked me that. I read your question. My first inclination is to say Manny greater and Bud better. Bud better, Manny greater. Final answer until my next answer. Final answer until my next answer. Okay, we got over 1,400 people watching live with me, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much. You could be anywhere else checking out this fight, absorbing this fight, and you're doing it with me. I'm very appreciative. Thank you. They are now doing the Uzbekistan national anthem. It's a very interesting flag. It's very colorful, got some shapes, got like a crescent moon and some stars in it. MJ, he's a Uzbek Olympian, I believe the 2016 Olympics. MJ was a part of, got a bronze medal. You think you hear Olympics, MJ fights with a lot more ruggedness. He doesn't fight with quite the polish you would automatically imagine and assume when you hear that someone's a bronze medalist in the Olympics. You know, Olympic boxing, amateur boxing is point fighting practically. And MJ ain't no point fighter. He's a front foot attacking, winging, looping type of dude. In my Inoue MJ prediction video, the Woosah video, I predicted anyway by 4th or 5th round KO, mainly because Topoulis was faster than AKHMADALIEV, able to beat him to the punch a lot, even though Topoulis, southpaw, Inoue not. The fact that MJ kind of loops and wings, Inoue's already got better hand speed, and he's a straighter puncher. I expect MJ to attack. He's going to be on his front foot attacking. He's going to be looping, and because of that, he's going to leave himself open. Inoue, straighter, quicker shots will get to the point and to the point of contact to the target, i.e. MJ's big-ass head, and it's going to do some damage. So, yes, MJ is a better fighter than Ramon Cardenas, than Luis Nery. But I think Inoue may get him out of there sooner than he got rid of Nery or Cardenas. 4th, 5th round KO Inoue. That's my official prediction. Both men are in the ring, and Jimmy Lennon is doing the do. Oh, by the way, for those that don't know, I mentioned Cardenas. His trainer, Joel Diaz, is also the trainer of MJ AKHMADALIEV. So in back-to-back fights, Joel Diaz has worked the opposing corner of my dude, my bruh, my Tomodachi, NAOYA INOUE. But yeah, let's do this. Okay. Jimmy Lennon Jr. has announced the judges. The judges are MJ. It'd be cool if he could fight with that beret on. Just go on and fight with it on. Fuck it. Like, I dare you to knock this beret off my head. That would be funny. Once again, shout out to Budweiser Zero. Still waiting on sponsorship. Holla at your boy. Sponsorship. Is Bud greater than Pac? Greater? I still say Pac. But Bud, man, he beating Canelo the way he did. Bud's resume has lacked. It has through no fault of his own. Guys wouldn't fight him. He was kind of frozen out on the PBC side of things once he moved up to welterweight. But, you know, last 3 fights, Spence. Then he won a new title, a new division in 54 over Madrimov. And then Canelo, like, yeah, he's making up whatever that resume was lacking to beat Canelo, basically moving up three weight classes. Because he had Madrimov, that was 1 fight, and then boom, you jump up 2 more weights. That's 3 weight classes in the span of 1 fight. That's a gargantuan leap, man. That's some Usyk Fury type of leap, type of jump. So that has to be rewarded. I got Bud pound for pound now. And I don't think there's anything Inoue could do tonight against MJ to do anything other than maintain his spot as number 3. Bud is great fighter. What is your opinion, T-Lig? Is Bud greater than Pacquiao? What do you think, bro? I've given my opinion. MJ first pro fight in Japan, stopped 4 of his last 5. Former super bantamweight champ, 5'5.5". MJ, he's a strong little motherfucker. MJ, boy, muscles on top of muscles. As I stated in my pre-fight video, collectively, I don't recall ever seeing 2 junior featherweight / super bantamweights this ripped up and raw and muscular and shit, and chiseled, sculpted. These aren't malnourished third world country ass little dudes. These motherfuckers are strong, fit, ripped, conditioned athletes. I think Pac still edges them like you, I believe. Moving up that many weight classes is very impressive. Yeah, man. Yeah. What you said, T-Lig. They are now ring center, getting the refs instructions, final instructions. And we're about to throw hands, y'all. MJ versus Inoue. Inoue versus MJ. I was surprised to see that MJ was slightly taller with the longer reach. He always just seemed, and it's because of his thickness, he seemed like he would be the shorter guy. Round 1. MJ attacking out of a high guard, southpaw stance. Inoue not really giving ground. They're both shaking their legs and arms out. Inoue jabbing. Orthodox, of course. Yeah, Inoue is not giving ground. They're both right there, ring center, kind of feinting and probing and fencing at the moment. Inoue seems content to just jab and let MJ. He knows MJ wants to attack, so come on. MJ is probing to the body with some southpaw jabs. Inoue's like, come on. Inoue is intentionally not jabbing. He's just, like I said, probing and fencing with his lead hand. He's trying to bait MJ in. We all know MJ wants to get in. It's just a matter of when he's going to make that first leap, make that first aggressive entry into Inoue's personal space. They're circling the ring. Inoue is ready to counter at any moment. He's waiting and dying for MJ to open up. Inoue shaking out his arms. Straight right to the body from Inoue. Inoue just holding his lead hand out there just to deter MJ. Good jab from MJ. Southpaw jab. You can see Inoue's hair move from the jab. Jabs from Inoue. Inoue seems tired of waiting. Now MJ's on the back foot. And MJ's on the back foot. Inoue's attacking him. Jabs, jabs, jab right hand from Inoue. MJ responds with a flurry. Left hook Inoue. A cautious yet foreboding first round. Cautious yet foreboding. Inoue landed a jab and a straight right to the body that round. He also just missed with a left hook to the chin. Round one for Inoue. But sometimes I think Pac may have been enhanced. Oh, yeah, T-Lig. I mean, no one else has made the weight jump that he has. And sometimes there's a reason why you've never seen certain things done. I would like to think that isn't the case, but I get what you're saying on the enhancements. But you still got to get in there and fight these dudes. I could take the same shit that maybe Pacquiao did or didn't take, and it ain't gonna help me to achieve what Pacquiao did. So, round two. Fighters come out once again, center ring. Both jabbing. Uh-oh. We'll mess up my setup. My phone fell off of its axis. Anyway, once again, not budging, just standing there waiting. He's not even jabbing. He's inviting MJ in on him. Anyway, shakes his arms out again. MJ seems like he wants to engage, but won't pull the trigger. Like he's there, and then he does virtually nothing. So now, Inoue steps it up again. He's like, okay, I've given you the chance to attack me. You won't. Take this jab with you. Okay, take this jab and right to the body with you. MJ's attack is very muted from what I expected. I expected him to be a lot more aggressive. And I haven't seen Inoue land anything big yet to really deter MJ the way MJ's fighting. Okay, MJ just missed with a looping shot to the head. MJ got a big ass head. Most fighters have larger than normal heads. Getting punched in the head, I'm sure has something to do with that. But MJ's head is like massive, big ass head. Like if they were to ever clash heads, which we hope not, but can happen when southpaws and righties get together. If they ever clash heads, that ain't gonna be good for Inoue because that motherfucker got a big ass water head. Still a lot of feinting and probing. I'm not reporting on the action because there ain't much of any. Both men want to open up, haven't fully opened up. Inoue's come the closest to fully opening up. He's now doing the bulk of the attacking. And he's looking to counter MJ's southpaw jab with a left hook. As soon as MJ throws that southpaw jab, Inoue's looping his counter hook right after it. Round 2 in the books. Round 2, I'm a fan of even rounds. If neither guy did much, then I call the round even. That round, although Inoue seemed more aggressive, I would call that an even round. Round 1 was more clearly Inoue's than round 2 was. MJ hadn't won shit either round, but it's either 2-0 Inoue or 1 round Inoue, 1 round even. MJ missed with a right hook to the head. That's the best punch he's thrown all fight. The hook didn't land, but it's the best punch he's thrown. Sometime I think Pac may have been in hands. Who knows, though? Him blasting out bigger guys like Hatton laid the poor man out for minutes was suspicious. Yeah, I'm one of those T-Lig. I feel you. I like to believe in Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny, if you know what I'm saying. So, round 3. I said Inoue in 4 or 5. That's gonna have to be. He can change things in a second, but right now neither man has been hit with a damaging blow. Neither man has landed a clean shot to the head to this point, and we're in round 3. Inoue just fired a hard right hand, almost like he heard me. MJ's glove blocked it, but the intent is there. There's more hurtful intent from Inoue than there is MJ. Again, his attack is a bit muted. Not even a bit, it's a lot muted. Inoue dances. Inoue really wants to counter here. He was hoping MJ would lead and attack more than he has. You can tell in Inoue's strategy, that's what he was prepared for. And then when MJ does nothing, then that's when you see Inoue demonstratively switch his tactics, and then he starts to pursue. Inoue using the ring to reset. He wants MJ to attack him, but MJ won't full-on attack him. Body shots MJ. Hook uppercut MJ. Last minute of round 3. Inoue lands another hard, straight right hand to the body. Inoue's doing the 1-2s, but he's doing them downstairs. And that right hand, the backhand of the 1-2 is landing to MJ's body. Another one. Another jab, right hand to the body. He's going to come upstairs with it. MJ's got the high southpaw guard right now. So Inoue is taking what is being given to him. But he's going to come upstairs. Both men have been shaking their arms out quite a bit. Quite a bit. And they're both just missing with some haymaker punches. Coming to the end of round 3. Three in the books. Another round anyway. There's a healthy level of respect between both men. To where both are leery of opening all the way up. They're showing a replay of Inoue's right hand to the body. That was the best punch of the 3rd round, and it won Inoue the round. It wasn't terribly damaging, but it did land. It was more than anything MJ did that round. So round 4. Another jab, right hand to the body, Inoue. For such an aggressive fighter with a high KO ratio, 27 KOs and 30 wins, he takes what's given. He doesn't force it. He doesn't force it. Both men have on white trunks with black trim, FYI, and white gloves. The thumbs of Inoue's gloves are black. Inoue just sticking with the 1-2s. Jabs and right hands, jabs and right hands. And a counter hook whenever MJ throws his southpaw jab, his right jab. Inoue back to the ropes. MJ throws a left hand. 1-2 Inoue. MJ responds with a jab. Okay, they're starting to liven up a little bit now. Let's go. Y'all are warm. Y'all are acquainted with each other. Let's go. Inoue's quicker than Marlon Topalis. Good jab by MJ. That's another reason why MJ is not opening up as much. He's got probably the quickest guy he's ever faced in front of him. Inoue's showing less and less respect for MJ. He's kind of realizing MJ don't really want too much smoke or don't have too much smoke, which in turn makes Inoue step on the gas a little bit more. Good counter right hand. Inoue, MJ responds with a good left. Inoue with that boy band looking haircut he got, every time his head gets touched, his hair flops. So it's very noticeable when he's getting hit. And Inoue ain't really the type to roll with shots. Like an old school Roberto Duran would roll with shots and you'd see his hair fly. With Inoue, it's because he's getting hit. That was the best two-way action that particular round was of the fight. MJ's best round, most lively and active round, but Inoue landed more. They both landed headshots. Inoue was landing that headshot and body shots. So jab, 1-2 Inoue to the head. Yeah. MJ blocked the jab, but then the right hand got in behind it. Then MJ came back with a jab of his own. But then in between the headshots, like I said, Inoue landed a couple. His bread and butter of this fight thus far has been the 1-2s downstairs. The 1-2s to the body. To the body. Round 5. Well, I said Inoue in 4 or 5. Go on and make me a soothsayer. Inoue. No, MJ hasn't opened up enough for Inoue to do that. More 1-2s from Inoue. Jab from MJ over the top of Inoue's jab. MJ waving Inoue in now. Good southpaw jab from MJ. For the first time this whole fight, I would say MJ is winning this round. He's now fully pursuing Inoue. Inoue plants his feet, fires a combo. MJ just misses with a looping left hook. Now they're both motioning each other. Come on. Okay, what you got? Okay, yeah. They're both they were both very respectful. Like I said, MJ gave Inoue a robe. Good jab from MJ. MJ goes downstairs with his left hand, with his backhand. MJ still winning this round. Minute 30 left. Inoue fainting. Inoue's gotten hit, but he's not bothered at all by the power. He's not giving ground. He's standing right there with MJ. They're trading jabs. Minute left, I would still call it MJ's round. Inoue's got to do something pretty big here to prevent it from being MJ's round. Totally. They're clinching. Body shot Inoue out of the clinch. Oh, 1-2 and a left hook. 1-2-3 from Inoue. And the 3 landed. The left hook did. 30 seconds left. Mm, 1-2 to the head from Inoue. Inoue is using more of his feet work, using more of the ring to reset than we're accustomed to seeing. But that's smart fighting. You have a guy who wants to attack, let him. Good round, good round. Good round. Inoue probably did enough to make it even, maybe even steal that round. It was a good round, though. It was MJ's best round. But Inoue responded. You know, he wants his pound of flesh immediately. If you're in the midst of a good round, he wants to make sure you don't complete that round, win that round. The fight is heating up as we approach the 6th. Inoue landed a nice little right hooker cut at the bell, too. Junto Nakatani is in attendance, sitting ringside. Junto. It looked like he was sitting next to Ioka, Kazuto Ioka. Round 6. MJ's got to do more if he's here to win. I mean, you're in this man's home country, bruh. He's the undisputed champion. There has to be more urgency. as the challenger. You're challenging him. Again, we're in round 6. They're both motioning each other. I love Inoue's competitive arrogance. He's an arrogant, cocky little motherfucker, and I love it. But I've noticed he only gets cocky and demonstrative with the arm motions and shit when his opponent isn't opening up. It takes me back to the Paul Butler fight. Paul Butler was terrified, and you couldn't pay him enough to throw a punch at Inoue. And it made for a bad fight, the worst fight aesthetically of Inoue's career, and it's because his opponent wouldn't open up. MJ's already done more in half of the fight than Paul Butler did the full fight, but MJ ain't opening up like we're accustomed to seeing him open up. He's not taking as much risk to get his own offense off to give Inoue the openings. Inoue is just missing with some shots. His timing is a bit off. His accuracy is a tad off. Inoue's is. He's against the ropes, inviting MJ in. MJ lands a clubbing right hand. Ooh, Inoue responds with some hard body shots, and MJ's just catching him. Oh, Lord. He caught MJ with 4 or 5 hard consecutive body shots and then came upstairs, and MJ was just catching everything. Almost like a sparring session. He's just catching shots. MJ still ain't coming back with his own. He's just moving. Yeah, he didn't like them shots. MJ clearly didn't. Because he is in full defensive mode. He hadn't thrown a punch in several seconds. MJ hasn't. Like, at all. Wow. I think them body shots damaged MJ. After that body shot flurry, he didn't do shit. That was very strange. That was very strange. 6 rounds in the books. Corner's putting Inswell under MJ's right eye. Oh, okay. Inoue landed a hook. It was a hook, uppercut, mixed in with body shots. Okay, yeah, he was getting some of them hooks around MJ's guard. That's why MJ was like, shit. Okay, MJ finally tasted the power to the head in round 6. He ate an uppercut and a right hook got around his guard, his high guard. Right hook got inside, followed by a left uppercut. That's why he didn't throw back at the end of the round. Round 6 was a big Inoue round. Inoue getting cockier, arms at his sides. He's like, come on, open up, motherfucker. Open up. We'll give you some more of that. MJ already seems pretty tamed. Like if he was a wild animal, he's now a wild animal that's been tamed. And we're just in round 7. He's fighting like a man who tasted some food and didn't like the taste of it. Like, okay, kind of like pushing back from the table. Like, I tasted it. I'm good. I'm good. That's kind of how MJ's fighting. Inoue backs to the ropes, inviting MJ, who throws a flurry in his defense. Jabs Inoue. Jabs from Inoue, I should say. People just look at the glossy KO record. 30-0, 27 KOs. Inoue's got a damn good jab. Damn good jab. For an aggressive fighter, his ring IQ is off the charts. Definitely more than meets the eye with Naoya Inoue. cat-like reflexes. Ooh, nice uppercut to the body from on MJ from INOUE. He's breaking MJ down. Stab to the body. Like INOUE just looks more electric, more dynamic. There's way more bounce to him. By comparison, MJ's legs are kind of stuck in mud. He's trudging along. When I say that, he lands a good jab. MJ does. INOUE, of course, wants to pay him right back, so he lands a jab, hard head-snapping jab of his own. I love that ego about him. Well, you jab me? Fuck you. You jab your ass back. I love that about INOUE. He want to get you, not just get you back, he want to get you back with the same shot you got him back. Same hand. To let you know that wasn't shit. I can do that. I can do it better. INOUE getting a little wild in round 7. MJ dipped his head out of the ring as he walked back to his corner saying something. Yeah, that body shot hurt him. Ugh. He split MJ's guard with a 1-2. About to go into the 8th round. About to go into the 8th, y'all. It's been all INOUE. There hadn't been a single round to clearly give to MJ. MJ being generous, I'd say he's won a round. Being extremely generous, 2 of 7 rounds. But I ain't see 2 rounds that he won. Yeah, MJ seems content. He's like, okay, I'm good. For such an aggressive, strong-built, muscle-bound, southpaw, Olympic bronze medalist ass dude, yeah, I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing that overwhelming desire to win at all costs. He knows what he's in there with. He knows what he's in there with. And INOUE, the challenge for him, he sees what it is, but the challenge for him is to not get too reckless just because he's not opening up. You know, oh, okay, fuck it, let me go balls to the wall. And then I get reckless and I get caught. That's what you don't want to do if you're INOUE. That's why it's not quite the as fan-friendly as we may have thought, because MJ isn't doing his part. He's not opening up. And clearly, INOUE planned for MJ to be much more aggressive than he's been. So now INOUE is having to get creative in his attacks. One-two INOUE. 1-2s have been the story to the body primarily for like the first 4 or 5 rounds. And then lately, INOUE's been bringing the 1-2s upstairs to the head. They clinch. INOUE. MJ goes to the ground after they clinch. So now Inoue is looking like the stronger fighter, despite MJ's build. At least in that moment, Inoue was stronger. Good right hand from Inoue. MJ looking to respond. He didn't like that. MJ badly swollen under his right eye. They just showed it as he's walking to his corner. Massive swelling under his right eye. He can see and everything, but it's like a big ass knot right here under MJ's right eye. He's feeling Inoue. He hadn't given up, but I don't see a whole lot of desire as he sits in his corner either, getting instructions from Joel Diaz. Ramon Cardenas fared a lot better. That's for sure. He fared a lot better than his teammate, his gym mate, MJ has. What is this, round 9? Yeah, round 9. 9. One, two, three from Inoue. Jab, right hand, hook. Basic shit. Fundamental shit. Aggressive with it, though. When people hear boxing or boxer, you're thinking of a guy on his toes, jabbing, moving, off of his back foot. Inoue does it more from the front foot. You think cutie when you think boxer. Slick, finesse. Inoue has that in his bag, but yeah, it's almost to a fault. He wants to be aggressive. He likes to dance in the rain, as I say, and because of that, he gets wet. Inoue opening up more. MJ waves him in. Why don't you engage, MJ? You just catch it at this point. It's all one-way traffic, bruh. Like you know you're not winning these rounds. He's trying to goad Inoue into being reckless. Because he knows Inoue, when you are demonstrative to Inoue, his natural mindset is to respond. So that's what MJ's doing. Trying to play him Inoue. He's trying to belittle him in front of his own crowd, hoping that it will inspire a reaction from Inoue, a reckless reaction that MJ can exploit. I think Inoue is too smart for that, though. 2 right hooks from MJ. Jab Inoue. 1, 2, 3 Inoue. Only this time he brought the hook down to the body. I love how he's mixing up. He's throwing the same combination, but to different parts of the body. I love it. And there was round 9. This fight will go the distance at this rate because MJ is reluctant to fully open up. He's not going to go for broke. Shit, Inoue landed like 5 straight punches in that flurry. And then that's when MJ waved him on. Good uppercut off the ropes from Inoue. Yeah, he put his punches together well. in that round. Inoue did. He's slowly fucking MJ up. The threat, to the degree that MJ posed a threat, there's no longer a threat. And there hasn't been for several rounds. Several rounds. Round number 10. Inoue hadn't been this far since the Marlon Topolis fight. Topolis. Body shot Inoue. Let's get the stoppage, man. Don't let this dude go the distance. That's where MJ's at right now. Just, oh, I went the distance. He couldn't stop me. He's just sitting there waiting. He knows he ain't going to win. He just want to go the distance. That's what we're seeing. Anyway, just a better athlete, better footwork, quicker. Got those cat-like reflexes, more bounce, more power. The one time they clinched up, Inoue looked stronger. Jabbing the shit out of MJ. It's all Inoue. Good body shot Inoue. MJ content to do a lot of glove touching. Southpaw jab from MJ. Minute 20 left in the 10th round. Yeah, muted effort from MJ for all of the motions made, like they was in court petitioning for his rankings and his title shots and saying Inoue was ducking him. And then you get in the ring and, you know, like, are you trying to win? Oh, you just want to go the distance and collect a paycheck, you know. Inoue is outboxing him. Inoue is outboxing him. He refuses to get too careless. He moves enough to reset. MJ, when he gets to his corner, keeps looking, talking to somebody outside, sitting ringside. Going into the 11th. The furthest Inoue's been since Paul Butler, if I'm not mistaken. What? Ricky Hatton found dead? T-Leg, sorry to relay the bad news here, but Hatton's been found dead. Oh, no. Ricky Hatton, bro? It's funny, we were talking Pacquiao because ever since that loss, yeah, Hatton, he kind of was spiraling from what I've read. Got deep into drugs and shit. He always struggled with his weight. Didn't he have a comeback fight scheduled? Damn. Sorry to hear that, T-Leg. I always liked Hatton. I loved how fans like you would travel abroad. He was kind of the first UK fighter to consistently come over here. He wanted to come here, and the fans came with him, man. He'd bring a couple thousand Brits with him every time. There's only one Ricky Hatton. I love that type of fandom and passion from fans, so that made me like Ricky Hatton instantly. Damn, I'm sorry to hear that. It had to be, did they say how? Drugs? He was too young to have died from any health-related matters. Yeah, it is a shame, brother. I hate to hear that. I hate to hear that. Boxing took a L today. If we lost Ricky Hatton, we took an L. That sucks. Damn, Ricky Hatton. What was he, 40? Shit, he wasn't that old. Pacquiao was what, 46? Hatton, 42 years old? 46, okay. God damn, man, that's way too young. He still had over half his life left. Damn. He's got his son. What's his son's name? Connor Hatton, who fights. Damn, bro. I hate to hear that. Hatton's family was always a part, you know. You'd see his family in the countdown shows for his fights. Yeah, man, that's damn. I hate to hear that. R.I.P. Ricky Hatton. It's taking my attention away from INOUE MJ. Not that MJ's doing anything. I mean, we're at the end of round 11, and it's more of the same. MJ catching, INOUE pitching, MJ catching. Looks like INOUE's going to go the distance. One more round left. MJ stubborn. He won't do shit, but he's covering up enough. He's good enough to not get beat up too much. Yeah, just give me my water, wipe this sweat off. Joel Diaz is being urgent with MJ, but Joel and Antonio Diaz, they're doing their part cheerleading. MJ don't want it. He's like, shit. And swell under both of MJ's eyes. He's like, shit. INOUE barely got a mark on him after 11 rounds with the second best super bantamweight in the world. 12th and final round, y'all. Good right hand from MJ. INOUE takes a shot, claps his gloves together, and waves at MJ. Like, come on. I love how demonstrative INOUE is. Minute and a half left in the round, MJ. Goddamn, dog. Came all this way just to survive. And easy for me to say I'm not in there getting hit, but it's not the most entertaining watch. That's why I'm not saying much during the live, because MJ is doing virtually nothing but surviving. $40 seconds left. INOUE by wide unanimous decision. Decent exchanges, but it's like there's 20 seconds left in the fight, MJ. You save your best exchange for the very end. He just landed a good right hand on INOUE too. MJ did. Where was that in the other 11 rounds, bro? MJ landed probably his best punch in the last 15 seconds of the goddamn fight. Well, he didn't want none. He didn't want none. Easy fight to score. Unanimous decision. INOUE. This MJ guy afraid to fight back. Yes, sir, Jose Pena. He wouldn't open up, man. That was you have to do your part, you know what I'm saying? It takes two to tango. And INOUE, he didn't have a good dance partner today. Exactly, Jose Pena. Doesn't even throw. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Didn't even throw. Did not even throw. INOUE just dancing, showing him levels like you're not on this level. What INOUE doing? Yeah, he clowned him. He showed him something different for sure. MJ just came to survive. INOUE like to see fight 126. That's if he can't go any higher. I think 26 probably will be his limit because, hell, MJ is bigger than him. Useless fight, boring. B52, where's the fight located to be watched? The fight just ended, brother. The fight just ended. They went to full 12 rounds. INOUE, unanimous 12-round decision. Schoolboy is struggling 126, and INOUE cooked him. Yeah, Nick Ball, there was rumors Nick Ball would be next for INOUE in December. But then we're hearing that David Allen Picasso, one of the super bantamweight mandatories, he may get his shot. I hope INOUE. Only other fight, yeah, Nick Ball. Yeah, Nick Ball is tailor-made, but he's going to keep bringing it until he gets knocked out. He's not going to shell up like MJ. Nick Ball, I think, will go down swinging. The only other fight for INOUE, if he's going to stay at 122, it has to be Nakatani at this point. INOUE versus Picasso, that's a waste of time. No one knows who Picasso is. No one cares who Picasso is. I don't want to see that fight. Nakatani too young. Nakatani wants it though. I'm sure you know he just gave up his bantamweight title. He just unified the bantamweight titles when he beat Nishida. And then after that, Nakatani's vacated. He's moving on up. He's like George and Wheezy. He's moving on up to 122. They've talked about Nakatani and want Nakatani to fight Garcia boy. Garcia boy, who you talking about? NAOYA Inoue. Yeah, he didn't have a willing dance partner today. No fault of his own. No fault of his own. Mm. Yeah, MJ just wasn't that guy. Body shots. Uppercut. Right on the money. MJ was glad that shit was over with when the bell rang. He was like, praise the Lord. Stop hitting me, please. Disappointing effort, MJ. Disappointing effort. Come all that way after all these years of being the mandatory, all the articles put out about how you deserve this, he's running from that, and then you fight like this. I mean, I guess. Let's see if Nakatani gets in the ring. They're interviewing Inoue now. Mark, great fight night. What up, Mark? Yeah, Bud stole the show. Bud stole the show. Inoue tried, but MJ wouldn't open up, man. MJ came to survive, and survive he did. And you know, Inoue hates going the distance, so it is what it is, though. Yeah, just go on to your locker room, MJ. I don't even want to hear no interview from you, dog. Hell no. Hey, Reed, Bud, all-time great. Yes, sir, Mark. Bud, all-time great. Yes, sir. I think he's number one pound for pound again. I had Usyk number one. After that performance, I think Bud is pound for pound number one again. Yeah, he is. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you for joining the live, Mark. Now they got Bob Arum old ass in the ring. That motherfucker in his 90s still getting through them ropes. Respect. Respect, old man. Respect. Respect. Naoya Inoue is so tense I forgot to watch you earlier with all the upsets. It's all good, brother. There'll be other live stream. Hell, he'll fight somebody in December. I'll do another live. I'll have a post-fight video posted sometime Monday. If not later today, but definitely before the end of Monday. It's all good, brother. Thank you for joining anyway. Wasn't the best Inoue fight. He didn't have a willing dance partner. It is what it is. 31-0. 27 KOs. Anyway, cracking jokes and shit. He's laughing about something. Thanks, Reed. I'll rewatch both again later. Well, y'all, thank you for joining the Naoya Inoue MJ AKHMADALIEV Undisputed Super Bantamweight Championship live stream, narrated by REED-BBS, BBS, Blackbird Sugar, Bachelor's in Boxing Studies, Televisión, Fred Sanford of the Fistic Arts. When all is said and done, there's nothing left to say or do.